Hey guys, Seems here. I've been absent for a while, and I haven't been uploading for months, but I plan to put up more videos in the coming weeks, and I'm taking the entire month of August to focus on videos, and seeing as it's the beginning of July, I have a lot of time to prepare for this. If you have any requests of games you want to see played, feel free to leave a comment, or if you find me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or even find me on Steam, don't hesitate to contact me there. I'm open to requests and I'm looking for new games to record. I will make a separate video covering all of this, but for now, let's get right to it. I recently found this video on God of War from RobinGaming. Go check out his videos and find him on Patreon. He makes really great videos and covers a lot of different angles of how certain games are geared towards real-world events or how they convey different stories to their audience. I'll leave a link to his God of War video in the description and right here on the screen. The video is titled God of War, a masterclass in storytelling, and a masterclass indeed it is. But anyway, to give my overall take on this game, I can't even begin to tell you what was going through my mind while I was playing it. It generally came off, at first, as a big culmination to what is to come from future God of War titles, as we are no longer in Greece. If you don't want any spoilers from previous games and want to play them for yourself, skip to this part of the video. I don't want to spoil anything. Believe me, I don't. But, however, there is a lot of ground to cover from previous titles, so if you want the general backstory of the God of War series, here it is. I'll try to keep this short, but essentially, from the first game, Kratos was a former Spartan general, and his brother was taken away from him at a very young age, and had a constant growing resentment towards the gods. His brother, Deimos, as shown here, has this big body tattoo. And Kratos, as you can see, has this big red body tattoo, and it resembles his brother's, as he wears it everywhere to honor him. You may be wondering why his skin has this white ashiness to it. That's because he's covered in his wife and kids' ashes. And the reason why that is, hence why he has this big resentment towards the gods, Kratos and his army were met with a tough match against the barbarians, and the barbarian leader was about to end his life, and Kratos made a deal with Ares and called upon him to destroy his enemies in exchange for his life. This is how the legend of Kratos came about, and why he became the monster he was. Those blades of chaos he uses were branded to him by Ares, forged from the depths of Hades. He then became the champion of the gods, supposedly, and Ares essentially used him for his bidding. So when he was sent on a routine village raid, not knowing that his wife and kid were transported at the temple at the end of this village, Kratos was tricked into killing them. Thus proceeded the events of the first game, where Kratos would stop at nothing to kill Ares, the god of war. I won't gloss too much over the entire series, as the second and third game are very intricate and involve a lot of fighting, and there's a lot of extra backstory that I may cover in another video. But to sum it up, Kratos' vengeance builds up so much that it takes 3 entire games for it to come to fruition. And, major spoiler alert, so turn back now if you don't want to hear this. Once again, I'm warning you, but here goes. So after Kratos kills Ares, Zeus takes note of this, and when Kratos takes the throne of God of War, he becomes power-hungry, and Zeus calls upon the other Greek gods to try and stop Kratos. So remember that Kratos plays more of an anti-hero role. After Kratos attempts to kill Zeus in the second game and accidentally kills Athena, Kratos becomes even more driven through vengeance, and proceeds to kill any Greek god that gets in his way. One of them being Zeus, who he finds out is his father in God of War, Ghost of Sparta. And after Kratos fulfills his vengeance, he realizes that there's nothing left, and that his vengeance never really works out in the end. He then proceeds to end his own life, which he had previously attempted. And God of War 3 had a massive cliffhanger that I think left a lot of fans mystified, as after the credits ended, there was a trail of blood going off the cliffs of Olympus. Fast forward 6 years later, not counting God of War Ascension because it was a prequel, this game surfaces out of nowhere. And now Kratos is in the Norse lands of Midgard with a kid, hence why everybody says Dad of War. Yet I was completely confused by this because if you remember Kratos, he murdered his wife and child back in Greece. And now here in Midgard, he tries to start a new life and tries his best to take care of his kid and tries to be the best father he could be. And boy oh boy, he went from being the Ghost of Sparta to the world's best dad. Probably one of the biggest emotional roller coasters I've ever experienced from a video game, and I'm not sugarcoating that, because it was that good. It's been getting perfect reviews from a lot of people, and I can honestly say it deserves it. It's pretty crazy to think about, but I've been thinking, through Kratos' long journey, and constant battles and constant killing of gods, it really seems like he's on a path to restore humanity. Because at the end of the third game, as he was ending his own life, he released his soul into the sky, and gave away all of his power. Because that's when he realized that even though he accumulated all that power, it meant nothing at the end. Still doesn't answer how he's in Midgard now, but I can tell you right now, a lot of time has passed because now Kratos has a full beard, and looks like a complete badass now. I'll definitely be covering this theory throughout the next few weeks, as I do plan on uploading more God of War videos, both from plot and gameplay. I may upload some videos of me destroying some Valkyries. I don't know yet. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, and let me know if you want to see more God of War content. Or, like I said before, if you want to see certain games be played, I will be uploading playthroughs. I just got a Nintendo Switch recently, so I may end up recording games on that soon. Thanks for watching.
What else were you going to tell me about war?
Battles may be won by the better soldier. Wars are won by those who are willing to sacrifice everything to ensure victory.